Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. The movie is a comedy that's meant to change the way you think and feel about the way you dress. And there was certainly a lot of thought put into the glam gear worn tonight. Stars of the show, Guy Pearce, Terence Stamp, Hugo Weaving and writer-director Stephen Elliott turned out. Priscilla is about a drag trio invited to stage a cabaret in our Red Centre at Alice Springs. It opens across Australia next Thursday. And that's the...
It's the adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Our entertainment reporter Angela Bishop was at Priscilla's Australian premiere to see what local reaction was like.
The invitation said, cross-dressing optional. And at this premiere of a film about two drag queens and a transsexual heading across the Australian desert, many took up the option.
I don't know where I am, but it's great. January.
You have to have an ego and you have to know how to take criticism and give it right back. Drag is a very two-faced world, but that's what it is. It's about having two faces.
Oh, what?
Hi, thanks for coming to our party.
Oh, it's my job.
Nice frock.
Thanks.
What are drag queens like in a bunch? Totally assorted. You have your friends and your enemies, but it's all very nice. They love a bit of snappy dialogue and the competition's on for attention. But everybody's really careful what they say because pilfering your ideas is something drag queens are really good at.
Come on, let's get these tranny trainers moving.
Gonna like that?
I like drinks, aren't you? Steady, steady. There you go. Thanks. What's the flacati? Keep it nice.
You ready for drinks?
Yeah. Come on. Hi, fat Nick. Hi, fat Nick. No, come on, have one, darling. You need it. Come on. Oh, come on. Shh. Mother's milk. It's tragedy. And tragedy. Tragedy.
What's that?
No, I haven't got any singing.
No padding. Oh my god.
I got that natural look. Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Sorry, someone's calling you.
Well,
so soon.
It was nice to meet you, though. Lovely.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for coming. Yeah. Come on, let's get Mummy a smoke.
Drag is a very insecure world. It depends so much on having the new idea or the new look or the new show. I first encountered a lot of bitchiness and nastiness when I first started, and at first I couldn't understand why. But now I know how paranoid you feel when someone new and pretty comes along. It actually threatens your income, and you have to be a pretty special person to cope with that and still offer help. But a lot of really generous people help me, and I really appreciate them for it.
6 South.
That's good, darling. How old are you?
Oh, 18.
That'll do.
Yeah?
Really? I remember when I was that once.
Really? How'd you start out?
By accident. Totally by accident.
What sort of accident?
Oh, well, I just fell onto the stage once and there I was and they liked me.
Oh, really?
Have you been on stage yet?
Yeah, quite a few times.
You like it?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, that's good.
It's a buzz.
You get paid?
Yeah, quite well. Same as everyone else does. So.
Well, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
As long as you get what everyone else is getting.
Well, that's good.
In my days, darling, I was getting $15 a night.
Really?
But I was working 3 nights a week, so that was like, what? 15 and 15 is 30 and another 15 is $45 I was making.
Oh, we get paid a bit more than that these...
Well, they were the early days.
How long have you been doing for?
Since 79.
Really? Has it changed a lot since then, or just...
Yeah, it's changed a hell of a lot. Half the people that employed me and who I worked with aren't with us anymore. Once I counted 27 friends who had died from AIDS. I don't count anymore. When two of my closest friends, Legs Galore and Tallulah Bright, died on the same day, the heart went out of Sydney. But I believe my sisters are above making me feel what I want to feel. God bless you. You'll always be with me. Oh, hello, darling.
Hi, darling.
How you feeling?
I'm over it. I'm really over it.
Hey.
No one turned out.
Will you get that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for a walk. Okay?
We're here, aren't we?
Yeah,
we're here.
I'm
We love
here.
you.
I'm just gonna go
We
for a
love
walk.
you, darling. We'll be here.
Would you like a drink?
Yeah, great. You must think I'm really stupid standing here in drag.
Stupid, no.
Oh, you know, like, sometimes you get really strange reactions from people.
And you might not realise it, but I'm sure you make people nervous sometimes. You know? And they don't feel comfortable with it, and their first reaction is to back off or attack.
Attack?
Attack.
Oh, at least we can attack back. We're used to that.
I'm sure you do.
Of course we do.
It's so upfront, though.
Oh, yeah, it's
it's
very in your face.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like someone relaxed and unassuming. Yeah, I mean, there's this amazing creature, various colours coming straight down your throat.
But, I mean, if you just sort of look at it and think, oh, my God, and just, you know, take it as it comes, then it can be quite, you know, quite funny.
And it's happening slowly, though.
When straight guys start coming on to you, it's like playing games. It's fun, like a little added extra, but basically it's a waste of time. And I never get involved with anyone straight or gay when I'm in drag. I don't associate drag with my sexual identity. It's just what I do for a living.
So how was Cannes? Cannes was absolutely amazing. I loved it. Lucky bitch. No, I know.
We're expecting scandal.
Hello. How dare you? Well, I'm in a state of shock. Amelia,
I'm going to eat my ring.
Diva. Dulce de jour. I need the money.
Dandy Rando.
Right, Ollie. No.
Stop. Who ate? I'm shy.
I fucking deserve it. Have a nice life. Nail. Can't do anything. Donatella Latte.
Very happy diva. We're here to participate to recognise the true talent that makes up Sydney's cross-dressing. We do little shows. Transgender.
Excuse me.
Glam best our community.
Divas started in 1990. There's been a tradition in Sydney for many years, going right back to the 70s, of having a night each year that recognises the drag queens in their work. The drag scene in Sydney, I don't know of anywhere or any other city in the world that has a scene like this. It's just enormous, involving about 40, 50 different performers. Then you have all the other drag queens and people who go out socially. It's a very strong, very vibrant scene.
This is the essence of drag. The funnier and the more theatrical and...
No, the other side of the bar, darling. I know it's a change, but try and come with us, okay? Now!
Do it well. Make sure you do it well. Spend at least 2 hours in the mirror doing your makeup.
Any gay venue you go to, there's always a drag show there. You can't beat a good drag show.
At the midnight shift, it's Wednesday night, going up to do a show. It's not going to be very busy tonight. I mean, Wednesday, what do you expect?
My full name is actually Nicholas Smith. I grew up in a small south coast town called Kiama, about 2 hours out of Sydney. I left Kiama in about 1989, I think it was, late, to go to university in Sydney, and that didn't last very long. It was this horrible thing. I was going to be a teacher, just like Mum and Dad knew, until I decided. I got into a classroom, student teaching, decided I hated children. I went out a few times in drag with friends. Actually, I was living with a drag queen at the time, like as a flatmate. And used to go out every now and then in drag, and then eventually, the flatmate that I was living with gave me a job.
Okay, my name is Paul McCarter. I'm 25 years old. I was born in Newcastle, New South Wales, and most people nowadays know me as Atlanta, Georgia. Drag came into my life when I moved to Sydney, and I met someone that I was going out with at the time, who's also into drag. The first time I actually did a show was because my boyfriend was sick. They dressed me up, and I went out and did the show and had a great time.
A bit of a strange little boy, not the normal. Always dressing up in mummy's clothes, and when I sort of reached adolescent, it sort of got a bit much for them. Said, no, Michael. So when they go away from the house, in I go. And then at adolescence, I was the same shoe size as my mother. So it was great. Yeah, it all clicked in when I came to Sydney. It was all, this is why this, and fabulous. And then I haven't looked back. But drag queens, I think, are very old souls, I think. You know, they're people who've been through a few lives and know what it's all about.
My real name is Trevor. That was my male name. And then when I switched over into lady or female attire, I thought I'd better change it to another name. And I called myself Carmen, the exotic dancer. I am born in 1936, well before the Second World War. I'm pretty ancient. I'm in my 60s, on my way to my 70s. But if I'm night clubbing and having a nice date out or looking for someone nice, I'm 45. In the early 60s, I was doing a bit of freelancing show as a stripper and an exotic dancer, a belly dancer and a snake dancer. And it was wonderful because it was a mix of everybody. Lots of camps, lots of gay. A lot of the drag queens those days, they got a lot of dates from heterosexual guys, which was amazing. I'm a transsexual, and I live in women's clothes all my lifetime for 40 years, and happy the way I am.
These are our tits. We get them from the tool shed. They're called lovely feelers. I don't know what people do with them, but we use them as breasts.
I had my face done. I had electrolysis done, which I haven't had a shave for 20 years. And I had my bust done. I didn't have the rest of the operation done because I felt as though I didn't need it. I was happy as I am.
To talk, to give you a nice, smooth, feminine look, your balls go up. There's little sockets that your balls go up, and the rest of you comes up behind, and the stockings keeps everything in.
That is tacky. Lovely.
Sometimes they pop out if you're on stage and you're doing something. Most of the times they stay there. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but you get used to it after a while. And I find it helps me walk properly as well.
If you've been in it a long time, you've been in drag for a long time, it can get quite painful. It stops you from going to the toilet too.
There's a lot of drag queens today. They have no intentions of having sex changes. They're quite happy as they are. When they finish doing these shows, they go home and they're guys.
We know we're men. We're not trying to be women.
Despite what you may think, I'm quite happy with my masculinity. I mean, I don't have sex in dresses or anything like that.
We're trying to be funny. We're trying to be bitchy. We're trying to be colour and movement, bright, happy. You know, it's about having fun.
You know, doing my hair up, wearing makeup, putting on these Hawaiian hula skirts and bras and flowers and jewellery. It was absolutely wonderful. I felt great.
The first time I went out in drag as Mogadonna was fabulous. It was great. You feel a wholly different person. Your attitude definitely changes when you're in drag. You do things that you'd never do if you weren't.
Although I can do a lot more when I'm in drag. It's just about extending my personality and, yeah, it's not about sex at all.
We've given you a little kit there, and in it you'll find a lovely letter from us saying thank you very much, and it's also what you can say and what you can't say in terms of sponsors.
No swearing?
Yes, no swearing.
A fucking envelope, you organised this fucking shit, right?
If you see anyone who's a presenter or who's a winner who's getting into trouble, step in, you know, don't ride over them, but make sure that the night runs smoothly. We don't want any huge embarrassing gaps and, you know, that sort of stuff.
Whoever has the envelope, please come out and give it to us.
We have nothing.
Nothing.
Such a fantastic figure in a wonderful dress.
If something we're getting a bit pissed and they're going on a bit, you know.
And we do thank the organisers here for giving us